Oh, it's on. The Trump tariffs are on autos. Yep, 25% tariffs on all automobile imports to the United States. All these cars are cars that are not made in the United States. Basically, his discussion yesterday dispelled any sort of exemption for countries such as Canada or Mexico. We get an enormous amount. That is the most cars coming into the United States. And one thing, oh, it's Japan. No, it's Mexico. A lot of plants south of the border moving cars into the United States. These tariffs will start on April 3rd. Okay, these tariffs will cover finished automobiles and automotive parts. It will be on top of existing tariffs, including 2.5% that is already imposed by the United States, as well as the chicken tariff. This goes all the way back to the 1960s. We got into a dispute with Europe over chicken, and that's why there's already a 25% tariff on light trucks coming into the United States. Okay. Obviously, Canada, the prime minister there, Mark Carney, called the tariffs a direct attack on Canadian workers. It's a violation. European unions, like, what are we going to do? Let me kind of put it this way. Certain automobile manufacturers, they make cars here in the United States. I got some, people discussing, sending me questions, emails. Well, does that mean that, let's say the BMW X5, which is made here in the United States, is that going to make their price is going to stay the same because it's made here? No. These are global companies. And what they're going to do is they're going to price these tariffs, which are taxes, into all of their vehicles. So no. Just because, let's say BMW makes their SUVs here. I know Mercedes makes a bunch of their SUVs here. Hyundai makes cars here. Toyota makes cars here. Volkswagen makes cars here. It doesn't matter. Okay. It doesn't matter. They all of a sudden can't say, okay, we're going to make our cars coming from Germany. We're going to just increase their price and not increase everything else. It's going to be spread across the entire vehicle lineup. Now, you're taking a look at stocks from all the automakers basically falling here in the United States as well. People say, well, why would that be the case? The same thing holds true for our companies. We make a lot of cars over in Europe. If you go to Europe, you'd actually be amazed because you will see actually more American cars, not SUVs. Again, you're in Italy, you're not seeing a big American SUVs. It just doesn't, few and far between over there. But you do see a lot of small Fords that they don't see here in the United States. They're made for European consumption based upon the fact that they're paying $6-7 a gallon in gasoline, smaller roads, a myriad of different things. Again, they're going to get hit with tariffs too. Even though they're made there, if you don't think that these other countries are going to try to do something. The big hope, quite frankly, here is that tariffs are lowered across the board. We've seen some movement as of late in regards to India and lowering tariffs. Yesterday, there was an announcement from Vietnam cutting tariffs on American cars, liquefied natural gas, approving Elon Musk's Starlink services. Again, all steps in the right direction. Do I know what's going to happen or how this is going to turn out or how this is going to work out? I'm going to be honest with you, I don't. I don't know. As I said, the hope is that we see tariffs come down everywhere. I am and always have been a free trader. Trade to me, business to me, is the best kind of foreign policy. It's the best kind of foreign policy. Again, I'm an Adam Smith capitalist. Two parties sitting down together, both have wants, needs. They do business with one another. They walk away happy. That's a good thing. And I think that would solve many problems in the world, quite frankly, with the more business that's being done. Again, being an insular economy is not the way to go. And, I don't think that we're heading in that direction. I don't. As far as making the United States this massive manufacturing powerhouse, again, I just don't see it. Okay? I don't see it. We'd like to see more plants being built here in the United States. I'd like to see more. It happens naturally. One of the reasons why you've seen recently Hyundai and their plant just opened up that was announced back in 2019. Reason why you saw BMW, you've seen these other companies open up plants here in the United States is because we provided an environment for them that is better than the alternative, which is back there in Germany. Our energy costs are cheaper. Again, the cars that they're making, quite frankly, are for the American market. For the most part, Americans like their big cars. They like their SUVs. The free market will find a way. I don't know the ins and outs of the tariffs from each individual country when it comes to our cars that are going in there. Again, I understand reciprocal. I understand it being even. When tariffs turn into economic engineering, that's when I have a bit of a problem. Now, again, do I believe that we should be doing trade in business where people have indentured servitude and essentially slavery? No, I don't. But cheaper labor has always played a part in the movement of jobs, and it's also helped to lift countries up. And even here, where the United States, the colonies, you think we were the colonies of the UK. We were cheaper labor over here for many products and certain industries that used to be, were huge in Great Britain, moved over here, then they move elsewhere. It's part of what happens. It's part of the ebb and flow of things. And that quite frankly is not going to change. What I have always had a problem with is when people you get people in Washington, D.C., or people in Beijing, or people in Brussels, whatever it may be, think that they can tinker around and think that they can manage an economy. You can't manage an economy. It's unmanageable. It's like trying to manage Mother Nature. Can't do it. Can't manage Mother Nature. You deal with it. The terrain is what the terrain is. For example, today, you get these useful idiots. Jared Bernstein. Oh, my God. Yeah, Jared Bernstein was the one who didn't understand how the U.S. bond market worked, and he was Biden's economic advisor. He and Dean Baker took to the pages of the Wall Street Journal today. Tariffs won't bring a boom to American manufacturing. He writes this whole thing, going against tariffs and how they're going to work. You know what his suggestion was? I'm not making this up. He said, what will really help America is more subsidized loans, tax credits, and grants for green shit. Yeah, he actually put this. And again, honestly, Wall Street Journal, come on. This is just stupid. You don't need to print something this moronic, for crying out loud, just because it's from Jared Bernstein. Actually suggesting that's what we need to do. What the country needs to do is to subsidize more green jobs, more windmills, more solar panels. Really, you really can't get much dumber than that. Anyway, we're going to see what the fallout's going to be next week. Again, big week when it comes to tariffs. We are, without a doubt, we are in a better position than these countries, and we are putting tariffs on. Trump also laid down the law, said, hey, if Canada and the European Union, you're going to start getting together, here to work together to hurt the United States. Well, he's going to push back even further than that. We don't need to see that. Again, do I think that everything's on the table? Do I think that the lawfare that takes place in the European Union against our technology companies, is that going to be a part of this as well? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And quite frankly, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful within the next several weeks, there'll be a bit of a meeting of the minds, and everyone can walk away happy, because and essentially that's what you want. That's what the best deals that are made. It's not when you get over on someone. Now, because guess what? That comes back to bite you later on. Eventually, it causes bad blood. That hurts business. It's short-term gratification rather than long-term gain. The best deals that are done are the deals that are done where both sides are happy. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.